The alarm sound was different this time. Commander Zek had worked at Central Command for 20 years. He knew every alarm sound, but this one made his blood freeze. The screen showed 2 words in red. Human detected. That was impossible. Humans were extinct. Everyone knew that. The Great War ended them 300 years ago. So why was the system showing human DNA in the Forbidden Sector right now? Commander Zek stood up from his chair. His hands were shaking. Around him, other officers were running to their stations. Everyone looked scared. The main computer kept beeping. The red lights were flashing across every screen in the control room. Dr. Vera rushed through the door. She was the head scientist at Central Command. Her face was white with shock. She ran to the main screen and started typing fast. Her fingers moved across the keyboard. Numbers and data filled the screen. She checked the readings 3 times, then 4 times, then 5 times. Every time the result was the same. She turned to Commander Zek. Her voice was shaking when she spoke. The scanner found a DNA signature in Sector X9. The computer analyzed it 47 times. Every single time it shows the same result. 99.7% match to human DNA. But that cannot be right. Humans died in the Great Purge 300 years ago. The Galactic Council made sure of it. Every human planet was destroyed. Every human ship was hunted down. There were no survivors. That is what the history books say. Commander Zek walked closer to the screen. He looked at the data. The DNA signature was clear. It was definitely human. But how was this possible? Sector X9 was called the Forbidden Sector for a reason. Nobody went there. The radiation levels were too high. The space storms were too dangerous. Ships that entered that sector never came back. The Galactic Council declared it a dead zone 50 years ago. Dr. Vara pulled up more data on her screen. Commander, look at this. The signature is not just sitting there. It is moving, and it is getting stronger every hour. Zek felt his heart beating faster. If humans were alive in the Forbidden Sector, then this changed everything. The Galactic Council believed humans were gone forever. If they found out humans survived, they would want them dead again. Zek made a fast decision. He turned to Dr. Vara. Lock down this room. Nobody leaves. Nobody talks about what we found here. We have 48 hours before the system auto reports this to the Council. In those 48 hours, we need to find out the truth. Commander Zek called an emergency meeting in the locked control room. He needed a small team. Small teams move fast and stay hidden. He looked at the officers around him. Each person here could be trusted, but this mission was different. This mission could start a war. He made his choices carefully. First, he chose Captain Rin. She was the best pilot in the entire fleet. She could fly through asteroid fields with her eyes closed. If they needed to escape fast, Rin was the only one who could do it. Second, he chose Dr. Vera. She understood human biology better than anyone alive. If they found humans, she would know how to communicate with them. Third, he chose Lieutenant Koss. He was a weapons expert. Zek hoped they would not need weapons, but hope was not a plan. Fourth, he chose Tech Officer Mila. She could hack any computer system in the galaxy. If they needed to hide their tracks, Mila was essential. The team gathered around the main screen. Zek explained the mission. We have 2 days to reach Sector X9. We need to find these humans and learn what they are doing. We cannot tell the Council yet. If we are wrong and these are just scanner errors, then we start a panic for nothing. If we are right and humans are alive, then we need proof before anyone else knows. Dr. Vara pulled up the old war files on her computer. She had been studying them for the past hour. 300 years ago, the Galactic Council feared humans more than any other species. Humans were spreading too fast across the galaxy. They were taking over planets. They were building huge fleets. They were becoming too powerful. The Council decided humans were too dangerous to exist. They called it the Great Purge. Billions of humans died. Every human world burned. The Council searched for survivors for 10 years after the war ended. They found none, or so everyone believed. Vera found something interesting in the old records. One human ship escaped the final battle. The ship was named the Last Hope. It carried 5,000 humans. The Council tracked it for 3 months. Then the ship disappeared into Sector X9. Search teams went after it, but the radiation and space storms destroyed the search ships. After losing 12 ships, the Council gave up. They declared all humans extinct. The scout ship crossed the border into Sector X9. Immediately, all the screens went black. Captain Rin stayed calm. "This is normal. The radiation here blocks all our systems. We are flying blind for the next 20 minutes. Just trust the navigation computer." The ship moved forward into complete darkness. Nobody spoke. Everyone was thinking the same thing. If the humans wanted to attack, now would be the perfect time. After 18 minutes, the screens came back online. What they saw made everyone freeze. Space stations, dozens of them, floating in organized patterns, mining operations pulling resources from asteroids, factory platforms building something big, and ships. Hundreds of human ships, small fighters, medium cruisers, large battleships. This was not a hiding place. This was not a refugee camp. This was a civilization, a military civilization. Lieutenant Koss checked his weapons screen. "Those ships have active weapon systems. They are powered up and ready." Dr. Vara was scanning the stations. "I am reading life signs. Thousands of them." "No, tens of thousands. Commander, there are more humans here than we thought possible." Tech Officer Mila suddenly looked up from her console. "We have a problem. We are being scanned. Multiple sources. They know we are here." Before anyone could respond, the ship stopped moving. The engines were still running at full power, but they were not moving forward. Captain Rin tried everything. Manual controls, emergency thrusters. Nothing worked. Something was holding them in place. Then a voice came through the radio. It spoke in perfect galactic standard language. The voice was calm and cold. "Unknown vessel, you have entered human territory. State your purpose or be destroyed. You have 30 seconds to respond." The team looked at each other in shock. Human territory. How was this possible? Commander Zek made a fast decision. He opened the communication channel. His voice was steady, but his heart was racing. "This is Commander Zek of Central Command. We come in peace. We are not here to fight. We need to talk. We need to understand what happened here." Silence. 10 seconds passed. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Then the voice spoke again. "Follow the guidance beam. Do not resist. Any attempt to escape will result in immediate destruction." A blue beam of light appeared in front of their ship. It wrapped around them like a rope. The ship started moving forward. But Captain Rin was not controlling it anymore. The soldiers escorted Zek and his team through the station corridors. Everywhere they looked, they saw humans. Children playing in recreation areas, scientists working in laboratories, engineers building new technology. This was not a military base. This was a home, but a home built for war. The soldiers stopped at a large door. It opened automatically. Inside was a conference room. At the center table sat a man. He was tall, with gray hair and sharp eyes. He stood up when they entered. "I am General Marcus Kane, Commander of New Terra. Welcome to humanity's second chance at survival." His voice was strong and clear. He gestured to the chairs. "Please sit. We have much to discuss." The team sat down slowly. Lieutenant Koss kept his hand near his weapon. Kane noticed, but did not seem concerned. "You have questions. I will answer them. But first let me tell you a story. A story the Galactic Council does not want anyone to know." Kane activated a holographic display. Images appeared in the air showing the past. 300 years ago, your council decided humans were too dangerous, too aggressive, too unpredictable. They feared we would take over the galaxy. So they made a choice. Total extinction. The Great Purge killed 11 billion humans. 11 billion innocent people. Men, women, children. All dead because the council was afraid of what we might become. The hologram showed burning planets, destroyed cities, bodies floating in space. Dr. Vera looked away. She had read about the Great Purge, but seeing it was different. Kane continued. The last hope was our final evacuation ship. 5,000 humans escaped. We came here to Sector X9. The Council stopped chasing us because the radiation here kills most species, but humans are different. We adapt. We survive. At first, the radiation made us sick. Hundreds died in the first year. Children, elderly, the weak. We watched them die knowing we could not save them. But then something changed. The survivors started to change. Their bodies adapted to the radiation. They became stronger, faster, more resistant. Kane showed them images of early human survival, people living in caves inside asteroids, mining ice for water, growing food in underground gardens. We realized something important. The radiation that killed us could also save us. We started using it. Genetic modification, biological enhancement. We used the thing that should have destroyed us to make us better. General Kane left the team alone in a private room. You have 12 hours to make your decision.
I suggest you use that time wisely. The door closed behind him. The room fell into heavy silence. Nobody wanted to speak first. Finally, Lieutenant Koss stood up. His face was red with anger. We have to report this immediately. It is our duty. We serve the Galactic Council. They need to know about this threat. These humans are planning something dangerous. We cannot just ignore it. Dr. Vara shook her head. Threat? You call them a threat? The Council committed genocide. They killed 11 billion innocent people. Men, women, children, all dead because the Council was afraid. The Council are not the victims here. The humans are. Lieutenant Koss pointed at the window. Look out there. Hundreds of warships. 2 million soldiers. That is not a victim. That is an invasion force. If we do not warn the Council, those ships will attack. Millions will die. Tech Officer Mila spoke quietly. If we report this, the Council will attack first. They will send the entire fleet here. They will try to wipe out the humans again. History will repeat itself. More genocide. More death. Captain Wren had been silent the whole time. She finally spoke. I walked through the station while you were all in the conference room. I saw families, children playing, schools, hospitals, art galleries, music halls. These people build a civilization here. They are not monsters. They are survivors. Yes, they have weapons, but after what happened to them, can you blame them? Commander Zek held his head in his hands. The weight of the decision was crushing him. 300 years ago, the Council killed billions because they feared humans were too dangerous. Now humans have become exactly what the Council feared. Strong, united, armed, ready for war. But they became this way because the Council tried to destroy them. So who is really at fault here? And more importantly, how do we stop another war that could kill trillions on both sides? Dr. Vara pulled up data on her tablet. I have been studying the human enhancements. Their technology is decades ahead of anything the Council has. If war starts, the Council will lose. Badly. Our fleets are not prepared to fight enemies this advanced. Koss crosses arms. Then we warn the Council so they can prepare. So they can build better weapons. Build more ships. Vara looked at him sadly. You want to start an arms race. You want to turn this into a war neither side can win. Commander Zek ran into the command center with his team. The room was chaos. Dozens of humans working at control stations. Screens showing the 50 Council warships in attack formation. General Kane stood at the center, giving orders. All ships launch immediately. Battle formation Alpha. Charge all weapons. Prepare for engagement. Outside the windows, human ships poured out from hidden docking bays. Hundreds of them. Small fighters. Medium cruisers. Large battleships. They move with perfect coordination, like they had practiced this 1,000 times. The Council ships opened fire first. Energy beams cut through space. Missiles launched. Explosions lit up the darkness. Human ships dodged and returned fire. The battle was massive, violent, terrifying. Dr. Vara watched in horror. This is exactly what we tried to prevent. Lieutenant Koss looked sick. All those ships, all those people, they are going to kill each other. Tech Officer Mila checked her scanners. The human ships are faster, more maneuverable. Their weapons are more accurate. The Council fleet is in trouble. Captain Wren noticed something. The human ships are not aiming to kill. Look, they are targeting engines, weapon systems, not the main hull. They are trying to disable the ships, not destroy them. Zek suddenly understood. Kane is being careful. He does not want to massacre the Council fleet. He wants to prove a point. General Kane heard this. He turned to Zek. 300 years ago, the Council showed us no mercy. They killed everyone. Old people, sick people, children. No mercy at all. Now I have the power to do the same to them. But I will not, because that would make us just like them. And we are better than that. The battle continued for 20 minutes. One by one, the Council ships went dark. Their engines disabled. Their weapons offline. But their life support still working. The crews were alive but helpless. The human fleet surrounded them in a perfect circle. Not a single Council ship escaped. Not a single Council ship was destroyed. They were defeated but not killed. The command center went quiet. The battle was over. Humanity won. General Kane opened a communication channel to the Council ships. This is General Marcus Kane of New Terra. Your attack has failed. Your ships are disabled. Your weapons are gone. But your crews are alive. We could have killed you all, but we chose mercy. Now you will deliver a message to the Galactic Council. Humanity has returned, and we are not asking for permission anymore. 6 months after humans joined the Galactic Council, everything seemed peaceful. Human representatives worked with other species. They shared technology. They helped solve disputes. They proved they could be trusted. Commander Zek returned to his normal duties at Central Command. The crisis was over, or so he thought. One night the alarms went off again. Zek ran to the control room. What is happening? Tech Officer Mila was at her station. Her face was white with fear. We are getting distress signals. Multiple locations. Attacks are happening across the galaxy. Zek looked at the main screen. Red dots appeared. Colony planets under attack. Trading stations destroyed. Military outposts going dark. All of them in different sectors. All of them at the same time. This was coordinated. This was planned. Dr. Vara pulled up the attack data. Commander, these are not random pirates. These attackers are using advanced weapons, military tactics, and their ships match the design of human warships. Zek felt cold fear grip his chest. The rogue humans. They finally made their move. General Kane arrived at Central Command within an hour. His face was grim. He looked at the attack reports. This is them. The faction that left us. They call themselves the Burning Hand. Their leader is a man named Victor Cross. He lost his entire family in the Great Purge. His wife, his children, his parents, everyone. The radiation and starvation took them all in the first year. He watched them die slowly. He spent 300 years planning revenge, not just against the Council, against everyone. He believes the entire galaxy is guilty for what happened to humanity. Lieutenant Koss studied the attack patterns. They are hitting soft targets, colonies with families, trading stations with civilians. They are not attacking military bases. Why? Kane answered quietly. Because they want fear. They want the galaxy to know that nowhere is safe, that humanity can strike anywhere at any time. They want to spread terror. Captain Wren asked a hard question. How do we stop them? They could be anywhere. The galaxy is huge. We cannot search every system. Kane looked at the screen showing 30 red dots, each one an attack location. We do not need to search everywhere. I know Victor Cross. I trained with him, fought beside him. I know how he thinks. These attacks are not random. They are a pattern, a message, and I think I know what that message means. Commander Zek's ship flew at maximum speed toward her sector. Behind them followed General Kane's flagship with 100 human warships. The Council also sent a fleet, 200 ships, military vessels from a dozen species, all racing to stop whatever Victor Cross built on the Dead World. Inside Zek's ship, The team studied what little data they had. Dr. Vara pulled up old records. Earth was completely destroyed in the Great Purge. The atmosphere was burned away. The oceans evaporated. The land turned to radioactive glass. Nothing could survive there. Yet somehow Victor and his people have been working there for years. How is that possible? General Kane appeared on the communication screen. He looked tired, older. Victor was always the smartest among us. Before the Purge, he was a scientist. A brilliant one. He specialized in weapons development. After his family died, he became obsessed with one thing, making the council pay. He spent decades designing something, a weapon that could strike multiple worlds at once. I thought it was just angry talk, plans that would never happen. But I was wrong. He was actually building it. Tech Officer Mila scanned ahead. We are approaching Earth Sector now. I am reading the energy signature Kane mentioned. It is massive. Whatever is down there is using more power than a small star. The fleet dropped out faster than light travel. Earth appeared on the screens. The once blue planet was now gray and dead. But on the surface something glowed. A massive structure, hundreds of kilometers wide, built into the planet's crust. It pulsed with red energy. Around it floated 30 human warships. Victor's fleet, the Burning Hand. They were protecting the weapon. Lieutenant Koss checked his tactical display. We are outnumbered, but we have more ships. We can destroy that structure from orbit. Kane shook his head. No. If we destroy it while it is charged, the explosion will tear the planet apart. The debris field would destroy everything in this sector, including our fleets. We need to deactivate it first. From the inside, Captain Wren studied the defensive positions. Those 30 ships are positioned perfectly. They will shoot down any assault force we send. We cannot get through. Zek made a decision. Then we do not go through them. We go under them. Wren, what is the planet's status? Can ships fly in the atmosphere? Wren checked. There's barely any atmosphere left. It is mostly toxic gas and radiation. But yes, a small ship could fly low, under their sensors. It would be dangerous. Zek looked at his team. We have no choice. We take one ship, fly in low and fast, land near the structure, get inside, find the control center, shut it down. Dr. Vara asked the question everyone was thinking. And if we cannot shut it down, Zek's face was grim, then we die, along with everyone else in this sector.